Hey everyone, Gigi here. So I wanted to release something a little different for everyone with the 2-year anniversary coming. I wanted to release something from True Crime XL with me and the Feems. This was recorded over a year ago and was lost, which I realized a few of them were. So this is fun and exciting to be able to release this. Very entertaining. We refer to these segments as ludicrous lawbreakers, where we each picked silly crimes that were committed or whatever, then we talk about them and then what we think about them or whatever. So thank you for listening, and be sure to listen to next week's show for the anniversary episode of the podcast, where it's me and Mama Mary, and we kind of go over some of the older and beginning episodes and laugh at ourselves and explain what we were thinking at that time. It was a lot of fun to record that one. And then on April 3rd, for the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn is where they will be streamed. It's the Para Game Show, where we got 6 groups going to be on with us with giveaways, and there's a ton of giveaways for the listeners as well. So if you're listening to this before April 3rd, be sure to share the event page and the podcast page itself, because there's a lot of information on all the giveaways for everybody on that. And stay kind, stay humble, and remember, don't yuck someone else's yum ever. And enjoy.
Welcome back to True Crime XL's Ludicrous Lawbreakers. Gigi and Feems are still in the house. However, with that being said, at least we're not in the big house.
That is always an important distinction to make, because you know what? You never know. Although I don't think they'd let us have a podcast in the big house.
They let you do a lot more than I think that we think that they let you do.
I don't know. I know people can be interviewed for podcasts, but I don't know that you could run your own.
That's true.
You know why? Because you could garrote someone with the microphone cable.
But with that being said, though, all somebody needs to do is be able to call out. So if they recorded the conversation, I know they can call all the time. My BFF had a boyfriend that she met online, and he was in prison out in Arizona.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? But anyway, that's neither here or there. So yeah, we are in the little house, our houses,
far away from each other.
Yeah. And again, these ludicrous lawbreakers, as we like to refer to them as, in these episodes, we just kind of chit chat a little bit about stupid criminals, clearly.
Yeah, and other things. If you've listened to the other episode of this, or any of the other episodes of this, it escalates real quick. So with that being said, let's just dive right in. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Well, that's what he said. Oh, hold on. You went first last time.
All right.
So I'll go first this time. Let me get my shit together, because clearly I don't ever have my shit together.
Obviously, get on that.
2 men arrested after vehicle search finds drugs in bag marked bag full of drugs. I know you haven't seen this.
I heard this one. Yeah, go ahead. This is amazing.
Yes. 2 men were arrested in Santa Rosa County in Florida, of course, because why wouldn't it be? And
usually in Florida.
Like the title says, they got, story goes, they got pulled over for speeding. They were going 25 miles over the speed limit at the time. So, yeah. So then clearly they got pulled over for speeding, but then found out that they had drugs. I want to say they called out the dogs and stuff like that, clearly. Because it wasn't just like the bag. Well, yeah, it was a big bag full of drugs, and that's what it put. So these police officers down there, they actually put or noted, do not traffic your illegal narcotics in bags labeled bag full of drugs. Our canines can read that. They put that on Facebook. So in this
police departments on Facebook, they're so
I know
funny.
that is great. So they put, but in this bag full of drugs, because that's what it was, because it was clearly labeled, because they probably had a label maker. And I know when my mom got a label maker, she labeled everything in the house. Like, she was super excited. So maybe they got a label maker for Christmas from their Nana or something. And that's what they
ordered it off Wish.com, and it was literally like an embroidered bag that said bag full of drugs, like to be a joke.
Oh, that's true.
Like you'd put your makeup in it, but really they filled it with drugs because they're dumb.
Yeah, because they don't sense sarcasm. Sarcasm's a really big thing around, I know, this podcast, that's for sure. But in this big bag of drugs, I wonder if they bedazzled the bag, because that's what I would do.
If it was very sparkly.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, it's so pretty.
I wonder if sequins would block the smell for the canines.
Oh, good thinking. Let's
Ooh.
not try it. Let's
I'm not
have
gonna try
somebody
it.
that we do not like try it.
Excellent. We'll plant it. No problem.
Yes, problem
Solved it. Solved it.
So in this bag, they found 75 grams of methamphetamine, 1.36 grams of GHB, 1 gram of cocaine. The cocaine, because you can't have a bag of drugs unless you got at least 1 gram of cocaine. I'm just saying.
I mean, this sounds like a great Tuesday afternoon.
I know, right? 3.6 grams of fentanyl, 15 MDMA tablets, and drug paraphernalia. Yeah. So with that, my mom actually, before she started working with me, she worked at a fentanyl place that they made fentanyl. And up here, it was a big deal. The plant itself is kind of hidden because they don't want people to know. And they have guards everywhere.
Yeah.
But during her time of working there, they actually had to arrest a bunch of people. They had a ring of people that had taken these drugs, would steal it. I mean, but which was really weird because they were on camera every part of everything in that factory. I used to go have lunch with her and stuff because we both worked in the same town. And the ringleader of this drug ring that they had, because people started dying, and then they were like, where are they getting these, blah, blah, and they all led it back to like this one lady that led it. And my mom worked with her. And it was just so, I was like, wait, what now? Because, you know, knowing my mom, I love her to pieces, but she's very innocent, but almost so innocent that she's naive.
Yeah, I get
that
it.
Makes sense. She's like, I just don't get it. And I was like, Mom, you can't trust anybody.
People are garbage, obviously.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay, look, you need to come work with me so I know that you're safe. Like, that I can watch over her. But yeah, this lady that she thought, you know, was a friend or whatever, that people were dying on the streets because of this stuff. You know,
it's really dangerous.
Yes, if you need fentanyl, it's one thing. The doctors know, and you know how much you need. You know, just like any drug, it's not something that you go and that was just crazy to me when all that went down a few years back. I was like, holy shit.
A lot.
It is. And then I remember, because they do random drug testing there, clearly, but in some of those rooms, they had clean rooms or white rooms, if you will, where it was like almost like airtight, but everything was white. You couldn't show like any skin. Okay.
Yeah.
So like I worked in a place like that. We made surgical equipment. I mean, it wasn't anything near as what my mom was doing, but you would have to be all wrapped up and stuff. But I don't know if this guy got hurt, if it was the random drug test, but he had to go in and he tested positive. And what had happened was, during his time or whatever happened, one of those patches, a fentanyl patch, touched his skin because it seeps in real quick. So he tested positive, but either way, he ended up having to get fired because he failed the drug test. And he wasn't a druggie or anything like that. He was a good worker, but because what that showed them is that he wasn't taking the right steps, like if kind of like an OSHA step, you know, the safety thing of it. And that, I remember that kind of hit my mom hard because she was like, holy shit, you know. But yeah, craziness. Anyway, fentanyl's bad.
I have a question. That when they pulled off that heist where they were smuggling fentanyl out of the plant, did they smuggle it in a bag labeled bag full of fentanyl?
You know, maybe.
Is that how they got caught?
Maybe. I should probably ask some questions.
Yeah, I think we need to get more in depth in that, because that's an important distinction to make. Also.
I really don't know how they got caught. That might be a good episode.
Maybe. Because
I have people I can interview for that.
Yeah. Clearly. And I think the obvious first question to ask is, how did they transport it? What did the bag look like? Do we have pictures of it? Was it bedazzled?
Right. Well, clearly it was bedazzled. And with that being said, I do know, I don't know why I know this, because I don't know why I know this, but I want to say, what I think I know is, you can see me, the listeners cannot, but they had lab coats on and they were putting them here.
Yeah.
Slipping them down because they're clear.
Right.
And my mom was actually an inspector. So when she worked third shift, she's like, oh my God, it's so hard to stay awake because these things are clear and you're watching them go and they're clear and it's in the middle of the night. You know what it's like to work third shift. I know what it's like to work third shift. It fucking sucks, but I couldn't imagine having to sit there. Because you sit down and watching these clear things go by. Like, holy fuck, no.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah.
But anyway, don't steal fentanyl. It's bad for you.
And don't label your drugs because police dogs can read. So
yes, clearly. Clearly, they really can read. That was a good one. I always thought that one was funny. I've seen it a few times. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so mine is an Associated Press article that was published on a local news station's website, WHDH.com for here. The headline reads, "Woman tossed bucket of human feces at her landlord."
Well, yeah.
So this is in Osteen, Florida. So not only did she throw the poop at her landlord, she also ended up with it dried, smeared all over her own face. So she tried to tell police that the landlord assaulted her first with poop, and then the landlord took poop and rubbed it in her face. And then
so there was a shit fight.
That's what she's claiming. So apparently the woman who did this, she had dried poop on her face, and the landlord was covered in wet poop. So the deputy said, quote, "She's dripping with it."
Oh my God.
So here's my favorite part is that she said to the police that she intended to throw a bucket of water at her, but got confused and ended up throwing a poop bucket at her. So she knew the landlord, she said, this is a quote, that she knew the landlord would be angry. So she ran into the bathroom, which is where her landlord covered her face in poop. But the police didn't believe the story. The landlord told them that there was some kind of prearranged visit to the house to like look at stuff, check on stuff like a landlord does, and that she was met at the door with the bucket of poop. So my favorite part of this is the quotes from the video. The deputy says, "There's poop everywhere." And then the deputy says, "It's a really crappy situation."
It's a really shitty situation. Oh my gosh. That is too funny.
Yeah, so I mean, like, don't be a monkey. Monkeys throw poop. Don't be a monkey. Don't throw poop. And
yeah, because you want to know what? Because everybody's gonna get pink eye now.
Right. And then it's gonna be like an epidemic of pink eye, and it's all because you, for whatever reason, decided that you wanted to throw a shitty fit. And like, first of all, also come up with a better excuse, because you don't get confused and mean to throw water and actually throw shit. And how did you have a bucket of shit?
That was going to be my question.
That you just get confused.
Who doesn't have those just hanging out, buckets of shit? Because it's right next to the police officers with their penises hanging out.
Oh God, yeah, the penis police pants, yep.
Yeah,
true. So
I just, interesting.
Yeah, so that's another good one
story.
from Florida. Yep.
Poopy stories.
So, I mean, maybe we learn from both of these stories, and next time you label your buckets, so like the bag of drugs, you have a bag of drugs, a bucket of water, and a bucket of poop. The end.
Yeah,
so.
but you know what? Here's the thing with the bag of drugs. Don't travel with it. Have it at your house.
Right. And distribute it there, and then whatever.
And don't be driving 25 miles over the speed limit when you have a bag of drugs.
If you're already breaking the law, don't break further laws, obviously. So
right, because
no problem.
Yeah, we are law-abiding citizens. So, okay, my next one is it an epic fail or an epic fall?
Oh boy.
So, in Montgomery County Jail in Dayton.
Oh my God, I had this one.
Did you? Where she fell through the...
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this gal, she's thinking that she needs to escape from jail. Escape. That's weird. It's spelled like escape. And there's video of this out there. She is in the, what would you call that? Like the common area in jail where they were all like, where they can watch TV and whatever that they do.
Yeah.
So she climbs up on this kiosk, and then you can see her moving the ceiling tile. She climbs up there because she thinks that she's going to escape, because why wouldn't you think that was going to work? So then, well, clearly those are not meant to hold like the human weight. I'm just saying, because most places like that, if they have the ceiling tiles like that, it's a drop ceiling.
Right.
So, and that's just essentially like paper, those ceiling tiles. So she climbs up there, debris starts falling, clearly. So, people are like, oh my God, there's somebody up there. So like her legs come through. So I'm picturing this. So they end up actually pulling her down. And then, this is a fun side thing. You want to know what breaks her fall on her head? A trash can.
That's where she belongs.
Yep, exactly. So now, not only is she in for whatever she was in before for kidnapping, felony assault, burglary, robbery, and grand theft related to an attack on an 85-year-old man. She is a piece of shit.
I mean, she should be in a bucket labeled bucket of poop.
Yeah. What in the actual fuck? Like, come on. So now, on top of all those, which already make her a bucket of shit, she's got vandalism charges and escape charges, clearly.
Excellent.
Because she's fucking stupid. Why did I read this? Now I'm just mad because people are stupid. Oh, she does try to hoist herself up so her legs disappear out of view. Like, come on. At least try to be I'm like Bundy and lose some weight, dig yourself out, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he was smart about it, but God.
Yeah, why in the common area? Clearly when people are all around you, try to climb up in the ceiling.
It's just like you have like a room full of people and you're like, ha, psych, I'm out of here. And then like run away.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, there's an airplane, and then run. Like, no. People are so stupid. I'm glad she hit her head on the trash can. I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm glad because of what she was in there to begin with. She's a piece of shit. She belongs in a bucket of shit.
Yeah, it reminds me of a story that I'll have to find for another episode of one of these, but there was some, and I'm going to get all of this wrong because I'm remembering this off the top of my head, but there was a story about, I think it was like a gas station or convenience store, and someone ran into the convenience store and was like trying to rob them or something, and then like climbed up into like the ceiling tiles, and so they couldn't catch them, but you could just see them like running around in the ceiling.
Yeah, you can hear it. There's a lot of movies that have that in, where they climb up through the like heater vents and stuff like that. Right. But even then, okay, we're heavy, we're humans. Like, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, the drop ceilings. Drop ceilings are never a good idea. They're not. They are not the escape route. You don't belong up there. Please stop.
Yeah. Just please stop being stupid.
Yeah.
But don't stop, because then we won't have this segment. And I really enjoy this segment.
This is a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. I have. Is that it for that one? Because I have another poop one.
Oh, good. Bring on the poop.
Believe it or not, yeah, I have more poop. So this one, I'm proud to say, comes from my home state of Massachusetts. I got this article on the Metro West Daily News site, so metrowestdailynews.com, and it takes place in Natick, Massachusetts, and the headline is Natick Police Arrest Parking Lot Pooper. The suspect is accused of 8 incidents. So this has been since early December. There's a store called the Natick Outdoor Store. The guy who owns the store shows up to work and discovers a pile of poop in the parking lot. So at first they thought it was an animal, but then the quote from police says, at first they thought it was an animal, but then they noticed toilet paper and other wipes, items animals would not have access to. So they clearly determined it to be a human. So right. So they actually caught her apparently in the act as she was getting ready to use it as a toilet again. The guy who owns the shop is rightfully, shook up by this and is excited. He says there's nothing more disgusting than coming into your parking lot in the morning and seeing a pile of human excrement. Ooh, so the woman's lawyer describes her as a pillar of the community, clearly.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, yeah, see, okay, look, she's trying to fertilize stuff. Maybe his flowers kept dying in front of wherever, and she was trying to help. Here, I'll give you fertilizer. Yeah. And boom, problem solved.
But they caught certain things on camera, part of the incidents, but her license plate hadn't been captured, so they were having trouble finding her. So they were doing extra patrols. They say they were doing extra patrols at the store. This is a quote from the article, in an effort to identify the excrement vandal. So they caught her in the lot, and she is charged with 8 counts of wanton destruction of property. So she was released without bail, and is due back in court on March 2nd.
Without bail?
Yeah.
Without bail.
Yep.
So, okay. Now I'm going to get a little serious here. Okay, so we have people that are accused of, let's say, molesting children, murdering people that have a bail, and she shits on some shit, and she doesn't have a bail.
No, she was released without bail.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like, on personal recognizance, I think.
I got you.
Like.
Okay. I misheard
She was
you.
released, and she has to come back to the trial for the
Shit
pre-trial.
almost just got real here.
I could see it in your eyes. You were about to get crazy.
I was about ready to flip over this table. I'm just saying. So I got to think about flipping shit.
All right. So, moral of that story: find a fucking bathroom and stop being disgusting.
Exactly. All these stories, just find a fucking bathroom.
Right. Like
escape from jail in a bathroom. Masturbate in a bathroom. Shit in a bathroom.
Like, mark your shit bucket in the bathroom. Like, leave that marked shit bucket where it belongs, in the bathroom, and not on somebody's face. So.
Well, yeah, and then when you need to masturbate, you go to the bathroom. Like, people are dumb. Oh, this is the wrong episode. I'm talking about masturbating, go to the bathroom.
I know, but hopefully this will be the second episode, so we'll have already heard. If you haven't listened to it already, if you don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch and listen to the other stupid, or what are we calling it? I can't remember now. Ludicrous law breakers. Yeah, sorry. Listen to the other.
Because we abbreviate everything on XL.
Yeah, so go back and listen to that about the penis police pants, and then you'll know what we're talking about.
It's fun.
It is. It's great.
Yay, fun. So, okay, let's head to Tennessee. I love Tennessee.
All right. I've never been to Tennessee.
Oh my gosh. Half of my family's from there. I got family still down there, actually.
I want to go to Pigeon Forge real bad.
Lived there, or I didn't live there. I visited there a few times. My brother lived there for a few years. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. You'll just fall in love with it. And the people are so nice.
Oh, I love it.
Like, it is definitely the Southern hospitality. Like, it's great. Like, people will open the doors for you. And it's just great because you just don't get that. I know where I live anyway. So, okay, we're in Tennessee. So this guy tries to rob somebody. He's a burglar. Burgers. So hungry right now. So he drops this notebook during a break-in. But in this notebook, it also contains other locations that he wanted to hit up, okay?
Okay, so they have his plan, his Grandmaster plan.
Yes, exactly. So he is accused of smashing a glass door and breaking into a home on January 29th, stealing a TV and a gun. So, and he stole allegedly, really, Sarah? Allegedly, Gigi stole a black Gibson Les Paul custom guitar, which he sold for $40.
I feel like you get a lot more than 40. That's a wasted opportunity right there.
You can get way more than that. So anyway, and it's a custom Gibson Les Paul. Anyway, I would need to know the year, and then I could tell you what it was worth. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, okay, in this notebook, okay, that he had his list in, because for some reason criminals like to make lists.
and label things.
Yes, and
not label
shit
things
everywhere. So, okay, so he drops this notebook, right? So it ends up including another home a few miles away that had been burglarized the same day. So with this, the cops ended up finding this, but the problem with this is his daughter also used this for like a journal.
Oh my God.
So it says through notes of his daughters left in the journal along with her address.
Oh my God.
Yep. They were able to find him. He was actually caught on video kicking in a back door of another house the next day. He was arrested, and then he was held on $15,000 bond on felony burglary and theft charges.
Oh my God.
First of all, okay, you don't need to make a list if that's what you're fucking doing. Because you're leaving a paper trail. Like that's the mother of all paper trails, is literally writing something down on paper, let alone putting it in your, typing it somewhere.
And let's respect your daughter's privacy and not write it in her diary.
Right, or at least if you are going to make this, make sure there's nothing else in this pad of paper that you're using.
Right. Like get a fresh pad. Get your own crime notebook.
Yeah, exactly. We each got them, not for the same purposes, but then abbreviate things. Okay, now we're teaching people how to be criminals.
Well,
okay,
just be
don't
better
listen to us. Yeah.
But here's the thing: you sold this Les Paul guitar. You got $40. Fucking buy a notebook. Buy your own notebook.
Exactly. Okay, first of all, I want to know who he sold this Les Paul to. I'm just saying, because that's like top of the line guitar. Okay, even it doesn't even matter what year. Les Paul, that's a huge brand name for a guitar. Okay, who in their right mind would accept buying this? Like, do you just go to somebody? Clearly, he had to have known them.
Yeah, or someone thought they were getting the deal of a lifetime.
But that's exactly why I would question it.
Right.
But not everybody is me, because I don't just shit randomly. I don't pull out my penis in random places. I don't climb up the ceilings. I don't drive through a jail. I don't. I'm just saying, reading these makes me feel really like good about myself.
Does it?
I just like what in the furk? Like,
yeah, I mean,
what in the actual furk?
There's so many better ways you could have done this and also still gotten caught. So, like, we can have the best of both worlds. And that doesn't make your brain hurt when you read about it. Like, my brain hurts listening to that. Because that's just sheer and utter stupidity.
Yes, exactly.
Sheer stupidity. And I know that that's the point of this episode, so it's an excellent article for this episode. But, like, sometimes it's just like, come on.
Yes. Oh, wait until you hear the next one I got. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, my God.
You need to go to yours.
All right. So, my next one, it's not about poop, but it's about the same exit. This I got from actually oxygen.com.
Ooh.
The headline is Man allegedly choked headbutted girlfriend after she complained of his horrible fart.
That'll happen. Man, that happened last night almost. Sorry, moving on. Sorry. Oh, that just put me back in a very bad place. It was bad. It was horrid. Then he tried blaming it on the dog. I'm like, honey, she's not even in the same fucking room. Like, are you serious right now?
So here's the thing. This is obviously not funny because this woman was severely beaten for this. So that part is not funny.
Right.
But I'm not going to be able to seriously tell this story without laughing. So I just want to make like a disclaimer right now that I do not find the domestic assault portion of this funny in any way.
Right.
But here we go. So this article is by Dorian Geiger. Like I said, for oxygen.com. It happens in Iowa. So apparently this happens on January 5th, shortly after 2 p.m. This is when the law enforcement were dispatched. The woman apparently was in the living room of a friend's house with her boyfriend. Is that what I said he was? I can't remember. Yeah, with her boyfriend. He rips like the fart of the century and she complains about how bad it smells. And then he became enraged and attacked her. So he grabs her by the hair. He pulls her to the ground. He tries to choke her. He headbutts her, got in her face, and the friend called police. So when the police got there, they found red marks on her neck and forehead, and they arrested him. So they set his bond at $10,000. But I mean, this violent reaction is over a fart. Like,
fart.
If you're gonna fucking fart, right? And if it's gonna smell, just accept that within yourself. We all do it. Everybody farts.
No,
don't lie.
I fluff.
Okay, but your fluff, I'm sure, doesn't smell great after Taco Bell.
No, I pissed myself off before. I'm like, me and my rank ass need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
like,
you can't tell me that you have not cleared a room at least once in your life.
Well, usually the room's just me, but I will clear it.
Right. But when you can't stand the smell of your own fart, right? Like that's so it happens. My son farts and it's literally one time he farted on my pillow and I had to leave I have a video about this. I had to leave the room and go outside. And when I came back, my pillow smelled like dog poop. And I had to throw it away because of a fart. So it happens, is my point. It all happens. We don't need to, when confronted with this information, like you've offended everybody's sense of smell in this room. Just like maybe a suggestion, again, excuse yourself to the bathroom and do it there if it's going to be that bad. Like if you know that you ate like extra hot chili or like some Taco Bell, you know it's going to be bad. Right.
It's that little tummy ache you get before you get it. You know how bad it's going to be. I'm just saying.
Right. And so you know that you should maybe like exit the room. And if you choose not to and someone confronts you about it, the correct action to take after that is not beating the ever living shit out of the person that confronted you about it. You can laugh it off and you can say, oh, whatever, let me turn a fan on or open a window.
I was just going to say that. We have a fan. You use the fan.
You just use the fan or get the spray. Just find the spray and use the spray. But That's not what we chose to do in this situation. So thankfully he was arrested and is being held on bail. But so that's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. When you have to fart, a fucking rank fart, just go to the bathroom. As has been the theme in this entire episode, just go to the fucking bathroom.
For anything that you need to do.
Literally
Go to the
anything.
bathroom.
Just go to the bathroom.
Go to the fucking bathroom.
I don't know why it's so hard for everybody. Just go to the bathroom.
Your
All right.
papers are really loud, by the way.
I'm sorry. I can't figure out what I did. They're not in order anymore.
52 card pickup.
Very good.
All right, so I want to do one more,
Okay.
and then you can do one more
Okay.
if you want.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's go to Ohio now. Okay.
Perfect.
You ready?
Yep.
Because first of all, before we get on this Ohio thing, driving through Ohio sucks. Every time I've been through Ohio, I've gotten pulled over at least once. And I just drive through. I never stop in fucking Ohio.
Yeah.
But they will pull you over for anything.
Okay.
Like, even, like, blinking at the wrong time, they'll pull you over. Anyway, that's my rant on Ohio. So, okay, we're going to Ohio. So, okay, are you ready for this?
I don't know, but go ahead.
Are you sitting down? Okay.
I am sitting down, yeah.
It's another stupid drug one.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So,
I have a stupid drug one, too, but go ahead.
this guy calls the police. You want to know what he's calling them about?
What did he call him about?
That other police stole his marijuana. Yes.
Hold on, I need a minute with this.
Okay.
I need to let this one. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm ready.
So, okay, on the Facebook page there, okay, the police actually released the call. So, okay, here we are. Okay, I'm calling the police. Hi, I need to do a complaint about two Sharonville cops. Okay, and then I'm gonna say they stole my fucking weed last night. Okay. And then I pause a little bit, okay? And then so now I'm the dispatcher, and I say, okay, let me have you talk to the supervisor. So, okay, the phone gets handed to the supervisor, okay? So then I tell these police officers that, you know, I've been staying at a hotel, and that's where the theft happened. And then I go on to say my wife had my fucking weed in her purse, and the motherfucking cops took it. It was really really good fucking weed. Yeah. So, like,
Okay.
at this point, you know, everybody's getting excited about it. So the guy gets, like, super pissed, you know, when he's trying to talk. And then the sergeant that's on the phone with him is telling him that he's wrong about the legality of what he's trying to do or say. And then they told me he had to come down in person to file a complaint.
Oh, no.
So this police department put on they end up putting on Facebook, people may be a bit in the weeds, so we would like to take this opportunity to clear the haze.
They're clever.
Aren't they, though?
I love the police on Facebook.
So, okay, here's the thing with the marijuana. Like, it's legal here now in some county, okay? But statewide, there's such a... I don't completely understand it, and I don't want to. I don't smoke it. I know people and have relatives that do, but they do it legally, whatever. I don't understand all the law around it, but I do understand that, like, some counties agree to it, and then they get, like, a tax break from it.
Yeah.
But then some don't, and that's fine either way. But in the statewide, it's illegal in the state. So they also put, to be blunt, recreational marijuana is still illegal per our state law. And then it says here in Sharonville, Ohio, 100 grams is not cool. Pass it on.
Oh my God. They're so clever.
Aren't they? And it didn't say, like, what he ended up, like, if he ended up going in or whatever, but I'm assuming he came off that high, maybe, and was like, holy fuck, I just called the police for taking my fucking weed. Like, just write it off, dude.
Can you imagine, like waking up to the thought of that?
Exactly. And then seeing it on Facebook the next day.
Right.
Like, the police comment on it.
Oh my
that
God.
was me. Like, people, I just big heart people, pat them on their blessed little heads.
Oh my God, yeah. Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Hey, but at least he didn't even have to write it on his bag.
Yeah, he didn't write it down, so it was hidden at least in the bag.
Exactly.
It wasn't written on it.
In his wife's purse.
Right, yeah. She was
It was
holding it
hidden.
for him.
Yeah.
Not in a bag that said, bag of weed, check here.
Yeah, bag of my weed, not my wife's weed. Do not
Right.
take this.
Right. You are stealing. This is theft.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hashtag this is theft.
Hashtag hash. Yeah, like,
oh,
hello.
That's amazing.
Hello.
Oh,
So,
God.
anyway,
I mean, at least he tried. He tried, right?
He did.
He
And
tried
it
a
was
little
fucking
harder.
good weed.
Right, that's what
It
he
was
said.
fun.
Yeah.
You just can't let good weed go. You just can't. Like,
you gotta
come
call
on.
the
No.
police. Yeah, you gotta call the police.
You have to call the police when you're missing good weed. So what would have been funny is that, like, if he thought that the police took his weed, and what they did, they actually smoked it, and he just didn't remember. I should probably write books and write movies. I'm just saying.
Obviously.
They would be hilarious. Anyway, probably very inappropriate now that I'm thinking about it. Go on.
All right. Well, so my last one, I'm going to bring it right back to Florida.
Of course.
This is from the website theonlyfloridaman.com. The headline for this, buckle up, are you ready? This is quite the ride. Meth-fueled, mud-covered, naked Florida man shakes off 2 tasers, bites canine, and fist fights officer, then spits on another.
Wait, what now? I'm sorry.
All right, so the headline, I'm going to read it one more time.
Okay.
Meth-fueled, mud-covered, naked.
Yep. Well, yeah, all those things going together.
Right, Florida man.
You have to have them. Yep.
Yeah. Shakes off 2 tasers.
Ooh.
Bites canine.
Oh, I seen this one.
And fist fights officer and then spits on another.
Well, yeah. All those things. That's a normal Saturday afternoon, I'm fairly certain.
Well, when you're
in Florida.
Yeah, when you're on meth, of course.
Well, yeah.
So this is a 38-year-old gentleman from Columbia County.
Okay.
So the officers respond to a call of someone doing meth. They show up to see the naked man covered in mud. He runs into a nearby mobile home, and then he comes out getting into a fist fight with one of the officers. They taser him twice, which he just shakes off, and then he runs into the woods. So they call for the canine. The canine follows him. My favorite quote from this article is, quote, "This maniac was in full primal mode and was waiting for them." So he jumps on the dog, puts it in a chokehold and bites it. And the dog bit him on the head, and that's how the officers get him. So then he spit on another officer as he was being led to the police car. So
but he didn't poop on anybody, right?
No, but he was naked. His penis was out, and nobody asked for that. So.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
And the mud could have looked like poop because he was covered in mud.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably all of these that we've covered in one.
Right. Yeah, just the culmination of everything.
I would say the issue with this segment for me is that I put them all together. And I hope that everybody's listened. So, like Feems said before, make sure you're listening to all these. At least these ones.
Right. So just like a little explanation, we're recording these in the same day, but we're putting them out separately because there's too much for one. So we are in the zone, the headspace of there being, we just did these ones. So we're still talking about it, but you have to go back and listen to them. It's worth it. Our first one was really funny, and I don't think I can think about it without dying laughing. So what do you think? Which article do you think won this one? Which was your favorite?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the poop on this one.
The poop one.
Penis and poop.
Yep. The first one was penis. The second one is poop.
Oh, man, I wonder what next time will be.
We'll have to now get themes.
We will.
This was not planned, but they all just fell together.
Themes.
But yeah,
themes.
We're Feems with the themes. So I think that wraps it up this time with the ludicrous lawbreakers. But like we said last time,
sorry,
we will. We're really enjoying this segment. I am. I don't want to.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
this is awesome. So we will continue to do these. We'll find our own articles, but if you guys find any that you want to send them to us either on the Facebook page or our email. Which is what now? truecrimexl@writeme.com.
You didn't say it right. truecrimexl@writeme.com.
Oh my god.
And follow us on YouTube for Case Files, which our YouTube channel will be True Crime XL, because I like to pretend that I am a cheesy talk show host. And back at you, Feems.
You're pulling it off, friend. You're pulling it off.
Yeah, I pull some things. So, again.
That's what she said.
Oh, zing. So, until the next time, our little crime clan,
Oh man, it's always crime time, bitches.
It is. Be out there living your best life. But if you need to do anything that you don't think that you should be doing out in public, go to the bathroom. That's
right. That's clearly the
If
culmination
we've learned anything.
Absolutely anything.
Yes. And if you need to escape from jail, go to the bathroom. Try doing it from the bathroom ceiling.
Just try it out.
So nobody sees you. Fucking A. Yeah. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.